Hi, this is an interview for Edularity. Today we are with Laura Bowman.
There's anything else that you would like to share?
Trust your kids. Really, unschooling can be a way to connect in a different way in your family, especially if you're taking your kids out of school. And remember that deschooling is a thing. It's very real. And give yourself and your children time to decompress and rest and have lots of downtime, because if they've been in school for a while, they've not had the opportunity to do that. And that at some point they will need to have you say, okay, now it's time to play, and respect if they're not quite ready yet. And it's all about the relationship with your child.
Let go of the control.
Yes, definitely. Hard one for me. I still struggle with, not so much with my kids, but with myself, and even with my husband, I'm still like, I still have that control desire.
It's a lesson of life, I guess. Could you explain to those families who not necessarily understand the differences? What is deschooling? What is homeschooling? What is worldschooling? And what is unschooling?
Okay, so deschooling, my kids never had to experience that. I think I probably did. Letting go of a lot of the pressures and stress of having been in school, because it is very stressful, especially when you're very young. And it takes time for your child to reach a point to where they feel comfortable again, just trusting how they are throughout their day, without someone saying, oh, it's lunchtime, or it's time to do math, or, all of that stuff, and just letting go of all of that. Live your life as if the concept of school did not exist. That's what we do.
Like a summertime.
Yes, and that is so important during the deschooling time especially. So as far as homeschooling, to me, when someone says homeschooling, I just think school at home, which is fine, I think, if that's a route you want to go. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it all depends on how you approach it, doing lessons, because I know for many people, they don't have the freedom to unschool because there's legislature in place where they have to have grades, they have to have testing. There's so much more red tape than in other states or in other countries. So I don't ever want to dismiss the importance of that for many families, and the security that it can also bring for them to have that schedule for their kids in the beginning. That's just kind of how I look at homeschooling. It's not an evil thing. It's not like unschooling versus homeschooling. I think there's a lot of people who kind of do a little bit of each. But my take on unschooling versus homeschooling is, like we said before, the letting go of control. And world schooling, never done that. I mean, unless you count the internet being available to your kids, they have the entire world available to them. But as far as like traveling the world, my son just came back from a trip to Italy. He went with his girlfriend's family. So that was his first experience of being out of the country. So he had that opportunity, and we helped him be able to do that. He learned a lot. And even though he's 22, that's still part of his life experience, his education. And so I think whenever you have the opportunity to travel, that's great. But I don't like when I see people talk about deschooling is just where you are decompressing, traveling being so important that you have to do it, that you're not complete unless you've traveled. And I really don't feel comfortable with that stance, because I don't think that it's something that everyone has the opportunity to do. It can make you feel like you're not doing enough. It's financially not feasible for so many people. And there's a lot of other reasons why they might not be able to travel. So I think it can be very alienating to put these things up like, oh, this is what you have to do to be a well-rounded human being. And it's like, well, there's a lot of things in life.
Correct. Thank you so much, Laura. We really hope that we will have the time sooner or later just to meet in person and to attend to one of your camps. So thank you so much for this time.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was very nice meeting you, and I hope we personally meet soon.
Me too. Bye.
Are you listening? Damn.